bitch a massage. This a big watch, diamond dripping off with a slide. 2 to 6 out, when the sun dropping the top. Give it to that pussy ass, turn this shit up a notch. Gucci flip flops, make it kick rocks. This a big clock, shake the wrist watch. Gucci flip flops, fake it, hit your bitch a massage. This a big watch, diamond dripping off with a slide. Yeah, baby, got the bitch asking for cash. Do your ass, try to play me, bitch, I'm busting your ass. You know the gun sound. Only bust down the way, these bitches mad 'cause they trash and they looking for cash. Two official border with some bitch and flies and work. Take a picture, get your issue, bitch, and down work. Look in the bank, look it up, look at that bitch with a shank, look it up. Look at your bag, make it double back, grab the tag. You Gucci flip flops, fake it, hit your bitch in the side. This a big watch, diamond dripping off with a slide. 2 to 6 out, when the sun dropping the top. Give it to that pussy ass, turn this shit up a notch. Gucci flip flops, make it kick rocks. This a big flop, shake the wrist watch. Gucci flip flops, fake it, hit your bitch in the side. This a big watch, diamond dripping off with a slide.
Bitch.
Gucci flip flops, make it kick rocks. This a big clock, shake the wrist watch. Gucci flip flops, make it kick rocks. This a big clock, shake the wrist watch.
Smoke trees. Smoke. See your girl in the park. That girl was a uckers. When the thing went quack, 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 you man were ducking. Old tight Asney, he's got a pumpy. Old tight my man, he's got a frisbee. I trap on the road, moving that cornflakes. Rice crispy. Old tight my girl Whitney. Hop up the 4-door with the 4-4. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your dad is 44, and he's still calling man for a draw. Let him know, when I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man kicks by force, send man shot by force. Your girl knows I got the sauce. No ketchup, just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom, yo, God. The thing goes
We're going going fishing.
chicken store. Who you talking to? 7:30 in the kitchen and they about to go straight. Easily and that's a stone figures like a movie. Julie, I'm a walking late. Put your man on talking Greek. Can't respect to the top. That me nigga outlet. Cocaine, I have a lot. Cocaine, I shout it. Breaking out to chicken talk. Got to cook the shanko. Cooties and scraps, man. Took away the chain. Put your man for mayo. Put your man some player. Whipping these that round on that 10 minutes from the cater. I will match your cars. Let's go match your gators. Niggas smell like that shit. You don't got it on hand.
So high, so high, so high.
I get it. I get it. Yeah. I run New York.
Can you hear me?
You now?
Alright.
I changed the role after I pulled you into the chat, so I think that's what it was. Yeah, I set this one up to be, we can be selective in who we get into this one. That way people just jump in or, talking.
Mess up the live stream.
Yeah, and if they do jump in, as you can see, they're muted.
Smart.
If they don't, they're gonna jump in.
I get it. I get it.
So high, so high.
Yeah. I run New York. I get it. I run New York.
Started a baby orc on our new server.
I get it. I run New York. I get it.
Oh, goodness.
I get it.
Oh, yeah?
4 days since the server was made. 1.5 mil power gallon.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Howdy.
What's up?
Alright. Let's get it.
I'm also hearing you on stream.
Alright,
Just gotta mute the actual stream. That way you don't hear the echo.
yeah. Do you hear an echo at the moment or not? It should be Gucci. Right?
It's more of hearing you in Discord and in the chat or the on the stream. But as long as you mute the stream audio, you should be good at midnight. So you only hear it in the Discord.
Look, man, I don't know how to do that.
Always. Well, for the people that are seeing us now, just throwing a few things on the stream, just some jams, and but now we're gonna start this bad boy right now. As you can tell, we got Yoda and we have Midnight in here with us. I'm trying to put up something on the stream because I had a few people ask me about why was Mary even remotely above Elf. And I had to go ahead and bring up that recent change where counter move and now bypasses damage reduction. But let me see if I can't just throw it on the stream like this. Boom. That's what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This right here. This is the entire reason why I put Mary above Elf. And maybe a little bit of the reason why also is because like Elf can't even be used as a utility comp, so like I don't know, man. It's like at the end of the day, like if I was to give advice to a new player, like Elf would be a complete money pit for that person. I think that person would see a lot more use by going off of like my tier list where I placed even Hancock above Elf. Hancock, simply just being useful from like week 7 of the game. You can go ahead and do the task and basically unlock them, and from that moment moving forward you have a really solid commander all the way damn near to end game, and even in some end game situations he can still pop his head in. So for that alone I would put him above Elf. If you were to get Elf early game, she wouldn't do much for you. Same thing I think with who else did I put up there? Zelotus. Zelotus is able to get Blessing at 3 times faster the speed than Elf is able to get Zodalis' skill. Because Blessing is only 10 shards for a full skill level up, while Zodalis' skill actually is 30 shards. And it's the same, you just swap in, 1 or 2 things, and Zodalis actually dishes out more damage. And some people have even gone so far as to say that he's kicking butt in some of the GC. So anyway, I think I'm good on that. Today we're about to get to the communities tier list. Maybe I'm a little too harsh on Elf, but I just think that personally a character who requires so much to get online, and then when she gets online you're pretty much only gonna full march her, so it's expensive. I don't know, man. I just wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, it's possible if you had everything in the game, you throw it on Elf, yeah, she'll go around kicking a little bit of butt, but when she runs into Black will check her. I know there's some Dragon Slayers that'll check her, especially if you don't have as much crit wither as possible. But once again, we're here for the community's take on the Walker tier list. I think how I'm going to do it is I'm going to go ahead and just have people pull up their accounts and just kind of swap through the little commanders there and just show kind of what's their top 5, what's their top 10, and get a little bit of backstory. And I'll post something in the on the YouTube wall to show the community like what were the end results like of the large majority voted who was what. But to To join me on this episode here in the beginning, I have Yoda Wise. I want to give Yoda his intro. Yoda.
What's up, everybody? I'm kind of just here to see how this is going to go and where I can play a part in it. Since this is starting something new, letting Reggie just kind of take the reins on it. You know, 'cause this is what we're trying to build, is just a community, and I think this is a good step in that direction. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how this evolves and grows.
Absolutely. And we also have Midnight. Midnight, brother, go ahead and grace us with your presence, your words for the community.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? That's it.
Hilarious. Short and sweet. All right.
I mean, I don't know what
right.
to say. I don't have an arc anymore.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll say a little bit about Midnight. From what I know, Midnight, he's in and out of the community, but he's definitely dipped his toe into the end game, or at least I would say the higher end game. Yoda, no introduction needed. He has a whole channel established, one of the channels that I learned from when I was coming up. So established gentleman here, and we're just bridging the gap for everybody, maybe even the viewers. You're looking on at some point in your journey, you know what I mean? And we're just here to add that glue to it, to give that perspective of, some things that you have experienced or some things you haven't experienced. But anyone want to start first with throwing their arc on the stream?
Well, what's your topic of discussion here?
I want to get everybody else's take on the tier list of the walkers. I personally felt that. Is Elf worth her salt at the end of the day? And a lot of people quit after trying to main the chick so hard. At the end of the day, I just think that, the main flack that I got, one flack that was valid from one of the panelists here, which was Midnight, I forgot about Chief. Jesus Christ. Chief. And especially with Overdrive. But that I will take, on the chin. I did slip up on Chief. Guys, Chief is a beast. He definitely belongs in the A tier. I don't know how I forgot about Chief, and I somehow didn't get to place Nick Wang properly in the video. I think I was already closing out in the last part of production on the video, and I was like, nah, at this point, they know who Nick Wang is. So if anything about that tier list video, Nick Wang and Chief was not represented. And the only other thing I got flack for was why did I put Hancock and Mary above Elf? I think when I said Zodalis, just being an easier version of that same build, I think everybody agrees. Do we not?
I'm going to disagree.
Okay, go ahead.
Elf, I would definitely put Elf over Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with Elf is, if you're not going to spend money, then do not pick her. Because if you're not going to spend money, then yes, it will be a bad time. You're not going to have a good time. Because you really need to have specific, defensive gear for it. And it costs to get those gears.
Absolutely.
And not only that, you really need to have the time walkers, where that's either that or the time walkers or the I'm drawing a blank here on troops.
No, but you dig what I'm saying though? Why I put
Void
her
Stalkers. There we go. That's what I was trying to say.
But I think you hit the nail on the head. That's why I put her where she is. It's like, I don't. If you think on the grand scheme of every game that you've ever played, right? A game like Wizards. Let's use an example. Wizards in most role-playing games or MMO games where there's a long building. Wizards would suck all the way until they got to the end game with the best gear and the best everything, and then they dominated, undisputed, because they took so much to get there. I don't feel that that's the case with Elf. I feel even when she gets to the end game, she still gets beat up by Black. She's still going to have trouble with Mechanical Puppet. She's still going to have trouble with Dragon Slayer. And it's just wow, how much did it take to even get her to be functional? And then she's still getting beat up a little bit. and you
Well,
have the full marcher. You know.
Let me put it this way: Gengaji from Dom.
Yeah.
He's the leader from Dom.
Yeah.
He's got a badass elf,
Mhm.
and that thing smokes.
Yeah.
But he also drops a good chunk of his wallet into it. So it really comes down to, if you don't plan on really putting into her, then yeah, it's gonna be a bad time. But at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
this is why Mary is not a decent choice, regardless of the skill buff that she's getting right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like Huberian, if the whole slot is destroyed, that counter move means nothing. There's nothing to rebound.
Yeah.
It's just like Reinhardt, but the difference is Reinhardt gets you built in a certain way.
But you don't think building Mary with blessing?
You maybe, but if you have like it's gonna be the same story if you have Black or DS or another commander that's just gonna just hit disgustingly hard on the first one hit.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to heal.
Well, okay. If we're talking endgame, if we're talking absolute endgame, they're not gonna hit with the most potent hit first. It's gonna be Broken Fortress versus what is this, Fumo Hall? So it's not even the cleanest of hit. So it shouldn't.
So let me put in perspective here too.
Yeah.
So if I had counter move, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I SW you, right, and I have enough that you do 0 damage to me, regardless of it. But I have the what's Huberian's skill? I haven't looked at him in a while. Bear with me. There he is. Yeah, counter move. So, if you don't receive any kind of damage, then it's not going to reflect any damage. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So if you have Broken Fortress, that counter move doesn't mean shit.
Damn, my bad, bro.
Because you're gonna take 0 damage, therefore you're going to reflect 0 damage.
Yeah.
Let
Absolutely.
me ask you, are we doing the commanders themselves or their skill?
Well, I was saying the end game potential, because like essentially the gear that it would take to get Elf online, I think if you put that same gear on Mary would rock some goddamn heads, especially with her new weapon. I think she would actually come online a lot earlier than Elf would.
I'd have to play around. She's just so ugly to look at.
Yeah, duh. You know what I'm saying? Duh. We all know that.
It's like a really poor joke in my guild that like, oh, watch out, I'm gonna send Mary.
No, absolutely. She's definitely, there's meme factor to it. But what I'm saying though is it's hard. Like right now, the meta is damage reduction. So if you are receiving mechanics that allow you to bypass that damage reduction, I think that just makes you more valuable in the eyes of somebody who just needs a tool. Like, if you're looking for a Swiss Army knife, right? And your 5 commanders in your arc are just like different tools. I think it's good to have that Mary tool available as a walker main a lot earlier than, oh, yo, let me throw Elf on here because, that's Elf, man. That's Elf. She's not even good as a utility com, bro. It's like, I love her to death, but is she really that Swiss Army knife that we want on deck?
Well, but here's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Blessing goes out the door if the opponent has canes.
Absolutely. Okay. Yes.
So that's another.
See, that's why I
curveball
was
into that.
asking about about the commander or the skill, because canes and full metal steam cannon.
Okay.
Any 4 skill.
Let's just say this, because I think there's like two debates happening here. Am I 150% in the wrong for placing Mary and Hancock and Zolotus above Elf? Am I 150% in the wrong on that? Can I get a definitive?
I'm just talking about Mary.
Yeah.
That elf is subjective. Like I said, it's subjective. If you're willing to pay for her, yeah, she's awesome. Top 5, definitely.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
But if you don't got the wallet, she's clearly number 6.
I wouldn't put Mary over though.
Even with the
I just
damage,
feel
even if like okay, but let's say this. So you're telling me if you had one slot left in your top 5 commanders, right? Like to put out into combat, right? And you knew they were running Broken Fortress, you would still run that elf and just totally disregard Mary?
Bro, I wouldn't even know right now with Mary. Like, you've basically challenged me to go and run simulations of Mary and see what comes about this.
Because I have it on the stream. You see it. It says the counter move and the counter strike won't be affected by damage reduction effects at all. It's not even like, 80% will go through. No, at all. At all.
Wait, let's see. Counter striker, but it's...
So for that...
Is there another commander with counter striker? Or is it just them and their inability to translate things?
It's their inability to trust me, it's Mary. It's Mary and what's your call's name? I think NB55. Yeah, there you go. My boy Midnight was bringing that up to me. and that's really that's why I have it on the stream for so long, because people are just like, yo, what the hell did Reginald just do? Created that silly ass tier list with this Mary above, and I'm like, no, bro, I really was only talking to like everybody about walkers for a month straight. And if I was to just put my feelings aside and say, yo, this is a Swiss Army knife, and what you need is these tools, that was my honest list. I would probably put Mary a little bit above Elf, just because they've made that change. And you remember, Mary's weapon increases her counter chance. Her chance that she's going to counter. And it keeps multiplying higher and higher. It doesn't just stop, it procced one time. No, she just keeps increasing her chance to counter. So that to me was like the dev's way of saying, hey, we gave you guys Iron Fist correct to deal with Broken Fortress for infantry. But we also gave you guys Mary, this cheap way to deal with Broken Fortress. And, you know, it may be a meme, or it may be something viable that we all just overlook. And I ran my test, but apparently nobody gives a F about my test. You know, I ran my test. All right.
Here we need. Let's see what kind of gear.
But is anybody saying anything in the YouTube chat? Let me make sure that I'm not leaving out the YouTube chat. What are people saying in there?
It's been pretty quiet so far.
I'm ready to find the tier list
It's been pretty quiet so far.
because there was someone on there I wanted to talk about.
Okay, Riku. I see who else. Alves. I see you in there. Who else is in here? Silvano. Def a meme. Mary is based. Alright, so we got some heads in there making their opinions, a little 2 cents. I see. And Midnight, you were saying something?
I feel like you put Rock really low compared to where he should be.
And?
I feel like he should be S tier, not A tier.
Who?
I mean, well, depending on how much you want to spend, Rock, I feel, should be higher.
Rock is the bullet of Walker.
Mm-hmm. He's actually better than Bullet. He's better than Bullet, to be real with you.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's just because they have more accuracy.
Yeah, because here's even another instance that we spoke about yesterday. Dude, there's instances where Rock could beat Elf. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? And that's kind of sad. For how much it takes to make an Elf work, that your Elf could kind of get rocked by a freaking Rock. Come on,
but here's the misconception. So people read his skill and see that the skill Annihilator is based on HP, and they think, oh, I'm gonna load the shit out of the gear with HP.
No, that's the troop count. Yeah.
Means nothing. It's all about the troops. What you're supposed to load him up is like how you would load up a bullet, where it's just all accuracy. Because your point is to try to theoretically send a low costing march to take out the big one. Or as much of it as you can.
You guys might not agree with this, but last Castletown, I was playing Rock 210 running wings level 30. And he was destroying some people with full marches, and he only had 3 slots. Two or three slots.
Was he using T11?
No, T10 Walker.
Oh yeah, those are still infantry walker. Yeah, I guess that works too, huh?
And he done surprisingly good for being a D-class commander originally, you know?
Yeah, I would definitely put Rock. I mean, I don't know exactly if you have like the actual list that you put them in. If you want to put that in the live chat on Discord.
All right. Let's see.
That way I can really see how you kind of built that list up and then go from there.
This is what I got from the video.
I bet.
How it's taking forever because the delay.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Like, yeah, if you just take a screenshot of it and just throw it up for me, or I can do that myself. It takes like 2 seconds. It's got a lot more going on though.
Yeah, I had to go back to the video and look where you'd put everybody.
All right, tab 4. Not a problem. And do know everybody that you know, that's just my opinion. You know, I'm just one player. What I say is not definitive. You know what I mean? That's why we're here trying to get everybody else's take on it. And I'm trying to get everybody to put their you know, their arc on the stream and kind of play around with the 5 commanders and you know, just throw on what they thought their tier list was. On stream right now I have, you know, what I use. You know, my when it comes to walkers, for me, what I'm using as a walker main, this is what I'm using currently. I'm using a rock, I'm using a king, I'm using elf, I'm using Hancock, and I'm using Sister Wolf. And mind you, I love elf to death, so I'm gonna make her work. Right? But at the end of the day, I do know that slot could be filled with something else. You know, I love elf to death, but I ain't got much going on her right now.
So, Silvano, you asked how do you rate Odin, Phoenix, Medusa, and Apollo? I'm not sure who Odin, Phoenix, and Apollo are. Medusa is actually fairly, can be fairly useful when you put Rock's Annihilator skill on her because of sonar. And with Rock, you should actually be using sonar as his fourth skill if you're not running a Walker Infantry duel. Then obviously you'd want to use Wings of Eternity. But if you're only using Walker troops for Rock, then yeah, you definitely want to be running sonar on him, and then vice versa for Medusa, you want to put on his Annihilator Ray. And there was a long time that I was running Medusa at about 30k leads and just doing work, not like stupid work, but like points work in Galactic Campaign with just a pocket Medusa set up that way.
Yo, real quick, let me ask you guys this question too. Looking at the events, and thank you, Yoda, for answering Savannah's question there. Savannah, you already know how I feel about you. Anyway, quick question. Looking at the event right now, right? Alex was having a chat with a friend. What would you say is the best way to spend like this first place prize? I know I'm gonna win it. No offense to anybody. I just do a lot of crazy stuff so that I know that I'm in that position. But I was just looking at the current event, and I'm thinking to myself, like, in my opinion, this is the craziest part about the event. Can you guys see it on the stream? What I'm looking at?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this tab right here. If you're really about this life with this game, this tab should have been bonkers for you, because essentially what they're saying is for 1K, you can go ahead and get Fumuhal, at least all 10 of those blueprints. You know what I mean? They're essentially saying if you was missing the pants for that ridiculous ass elf build, here go the pants right there. You know what I mean? They're basically saying if you wanted an Aldebaran, I would probably go with two or three of these from this part right here. But essentially, you want to get Aldebaran in this event with 2 things. You want to go ahead here and get the Aldebaran and the Beetlejuice blueprints right there. I think that's your bang for buck. Notice it gives 30 right there at the bottom of that. And I would say, where is it? Right here. Gold used. This is where you're going to get the majority of your blueprints. Just the first two right here, 15 and 25, that's going to be 40. All right. And then that 30, once you get to that 100,000, what was that, 100 million gold? That's 70. That's 70 plus the event that I showed you earlier right here. That's going to take you to 30. I think that's how you get Algebra on this event. Yes, that's a lot of money, but I think that's how you do it. What's your take on it, Yoda? And then Midnight, during this event, how would you really level yourself up? You know what I mean?
During this event?
Yeah.
This is an event that I don't spend any money.
No, if you had a budget of $1,000, how would you go ham?
If I was gonna spend $1,000,
yeah,
it really would just depend on what I was trying to accomplish, based on what's available. For me, since I run Dragon Slayer, the Formal Hot would be most beneficial to me, and since I have about 20-30 blueprints already, it would limit me down to only $700, and I'm not spending $700.
yeah, you're not. But we just, but you do understand what I'm saying, though, right? These coins right here for this event, I was talking. What's up?
And that's the other. Go down to the gold total charge.
Oh, gold total charge. All right.
I think yours is going to be different than mine. It's under the Roronia roulette.
I'm here. Gold charge. You should
keep scrolling. I was trying to see like where you were seeing. Maybe it was on the other one.
For the Aldebaran was in the used. Gold used.
Gotcha. So, right now, if you're gonna go spend $2K, so it'd be $2,000 to get that new piece of equipment right there.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that was in the total use. Okay. For you to use $1 million gold to get that, oh my god, I'm cringing. Totally cringing right now. $1 million gold I wouldn't. Think about it this way, okay? Seven Pirates has some intelligence when it comes to how they market this, because they know certain people don't mind blowing $2,000 on a piece of equipment they think they have to have, which obviously Broken Fortress was theoretically worth it.
I agree.
And I say theoretically because nothing in this game is worth $2,000.
Yes, because it's virtual. We dig it.
Like right off the bat, like that. Like you spend $2,000 over like 7 months, like okay, maybe. But in 1 week-long event, no. 2 week long event,
that's
no. And then you think about like $1 million gold. Let's see, what would that calculate to? So on average, you get about what, 80K from a pack.
You're saying gold, right? Yeah.
Math. You're looking to spend $12.5, so what is that? About $1,200 in gold for that. Yes, cheaper than Broken Fortress or the new chess piece, but no, I for lack of another term that I'd like to use that would get us in trouble, the ethnicity in me is just cringing.
Midnight, what's your take on it?
Yeah.
I was saying, this event, if you had a budget of $1,000, how would you spend it? How would you go about it to see the most gains?
Uh, is the wheel broken?
What's up?
The, the wheel to get the eighth increase. Is it broken again, or is it still fixed?
Is what broken again?
You're talking about the Roroni roulette?
Yeah, the roulette.
How was it broken?
Y'all don't remember last time people were going in with 20,000 gold and came out with like 400,000?
Oh, no, I didn't know it was broken.
Okay, I didn't have that kind of broken luck. When
Oh.
they had like all the gold available in that thing. Like
But
the
you
50-50 chance
know
there,
what I'm talking about.
I hit the other side of that 50 every time.
Yo, we got
But you know what I was talking about, right?
Now go ahead. I was gonna say, yo, we got Doomboat, who's asking what server are y'all on for Cass. 2301 for him. For me, I'm on yo, I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even in the cast right now. I'm not even gonna front. I jumped in there and they were so packed that I couldn't get a tile that was like worth anything. So I just went back server side. I ain't even gonna front. That's just what I
You guys have fast?
I'll give a tip on that. Even if you can't get a tile in Cassiton, as long as your team or your guild focuses on the buffs, so the expedition, or sorry, not expedition, what's it called? Expedition tech. So as long as if like you guys know you're not going to make a huge difference in the Cassiton because you just don't have the power to do so.
Yeah.
Buff the shit out of all of the resource collecting because you will triple what you're able to collect per hour.
Okay.
Prepare yourselves.
It's like being on a gold tile times 2 once you get those to max. And it does take effort because everybody has to do it as a group because you can only donate so much at a time per day to up the level. But once you get them up there, you can essentially, it's like being on a gold tile times 2 at times.
Yo, this guy in the chat is so true. Thank you, Yoda Wise, for the wise words. This guy in the chat, Silvano, is such a troll. He's asking in the chat, what do we think about buying accounts? What a troll. This man.
People do it all the time, buddy.
You saying you have one? Wait, can I ask that on stream?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer for the stream.
Do you have one?
I don't know where people go to sell them. I do know that I used to help a buddy out that lived in France. Really nice guy, traveled across the world for work, but life, he had to quit. So he sold his account, and he was one of the original T12 holders at the time. And I know people do sell them, and I know people buy them. I just don't know where they go to do that. Because it was never something that was a concern of mine.
Okay, so since we're gonna talk about that, with the event, gold's going for like $1 million for, I believe it's 200, 250 right now, or last I seen. So I mean, maybe get the spending it cheaply, doing it that way. But as for the buying 10 of those things, no way.
Word. But yo, could we get somebody to throw their arc on here and give me your top 5 of what you feel that the best top 5 walkers are? Or are you guys farming or something like that? Your troops are out? You want me just to do it on mine?
No.
I'm not. What were you asking me? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. If either you, Yoda, or Midnight have available to throw your arc on the stream and show me your top 5 walkers with your breakdown, what you feel. But I know Yoda's basically an airship man, so he's kind of out of pocket with this one, right? Yeah.
I mean, I got 2 that I use, and I can. Oh wait. Oh shoot. I screwed up on that one.
You really want to put this on stream, Reggie? I sent it to you.
All right, bet. I'll put it on. See what he said.
Do you want to put that on stream?
Oh damn! How could you show the meta with that, bro? You know what I'm saying?
I am Doombo. I am not surprised that there's a black market online. I do know though that there was like an actual website that handled the whole transaction part of it, to where you felt more secure in actually selling to somebody or buying, because it's kind of like I know that there is because it's kind of like how people sell World of Warcraft accounts. Like they legitimately farm, build a character, and then sell the character to people. And I know there's an outlet for that makes the whole buying and selling process more secure for everybody, so that they're not, oh, here's my PayPal, and then all of a sudden you got hacked and you lost all whatever funds you had in there. I know it exists. I just haven't cared enough to go look for it because there was nothing that concerned me. I went to share my screen, and Mimu does not like it when Discord tries to cast it, so it shuts down. I have to actually share my monitor to do it.
All right. Yeah. Where would are you able to share it in the chat?
Yeah.
All right.
Give me just a second, because I actually go back. Because I have to actually share my screen, my monitor screen.
Boom.
There we go.
All right. There we go. Thank you, Yoda, pulling it up, coming through. Because I know that's the thing people want to see. People want to see, other people's arcs, other people's perspectives. It's fun for me. It's fun for everybody. Let me just go ahead here. How can I get...
Go to the three dots at the top. Then click on mine. Go to the three dots at the top right corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to unclick show non-participants. No, three dots at the top.
Oh.
And then unclick the first one.
Yeah.
And that'll get rid of, yeah, there you go. That gets rid of everybody down there.
I'm trying to throw this bad boy into more of a full screen. I've done it before.
Click on it again.
Let me see.
Click on my screen again.
Alright, backing out.
Just left. There you go. So that's going to be the biggest screen you can get into. Like
yeah, it looks like it, right?
Unless you there's a option on the bottom, which looks right next to full screen that says pop out, but that'll pop it out of Discord, and then you can make it even bigger.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. And then bring your ass.
Yeah. Bear with us, folks.
Yeah. We some technical.
This is the.
Yeah, Discord looks like they switched it up a bit. It wasn't like this before. Yeah, no, it's about the same size though. It's all good. We'll make this work.
Okay.
All right. So yes, Yoda, give us the breakdown.
So for individuals like me who main airship, you're gonna see that I have 3 airship commanders and 2 walker, and I used to have Stella, but I found she wasn't hitting as hard as I wanted her to, and she became rather useless. And I was actually running Mind's Eye on her. So when it came down to it, I'm like, screw it. I have more than enough T11 Walker to make King something probably more useful than Stella. And so I made the switch over. So King is my infantry commander. And that's what makes him interesting. So as you can see, he's very, very basic in gear because he's not my main. You definitely want to have something that runs around attack, damage, or penetration, or the combination of the two. You do not want to put accuracy on him, otherwise Mind's Eye means nothing. Because if you don't miss, it doesn't do anything. And that Mind's Eye does 300% normal damage if you miss. So, do not put accuracy on King, otherwise you're screwing yourself. And then it's always good to have the Fire Spirit pants on him. The last event made it fairly easy to get it, or fairly cheap to get it from the past. So that trigger rate is more for his first skill of hunting, because it increases the attack and crit rate, which makes his Mind's Eye even stronger. So that's more or less why I have the Fire Spirit pants on him, is more for hunting than it is anything, because Mind's Eye is 100% trigger and would make no sense. Now, Sister Wolf, you can literally have a pocket Sister Wolf at the leadership that I have her run SWE gear, which mine isn't the greatest because I'm focused on my main still. Or have her in like the standard kind of walker build, to where she doesn't necessarily need accuracy, she does need more attack. And wreck the Reinhardts and the Orochis that are being put out there with tier 1 or 2. So she doesn't have to be huge. I would love to have her S-class so I could put more in leadership into her easier. But unfortunately, every time that, and this is where Seven Pirates is milking her as best as they can, because they haven't really put anything out there that makes her irrelevant, so to speak. So with her being what she is, they're definitely milking it. They're definitely, anytime that she pops up, like the last time that she came up was in the last event, where you had to have spent money on the gold pack, like the $100 gold packs, to get points, and you were only able to get, or you were able to get enough for her to become S class, but you were talking, it's like $800 if you would have done it that way, depending on depending if you had any or not, to build her up that way. But like I said, for her steam cannon 4th skill, that's gonna be the money changer when it comes to Orochi and Reinhardt killing. But the main focus here with Sister is she doesn't have to be huge. She can be small. There are plenty of people in my guild that are free to play that have managed to get Sister Wolf off the skin of their teeth, and she's a pocket com. And, it makes them relevant when it comes to Galactic Campaign and Cassetin. So, in my opinion, when it comes to walkers, these are my two go-tos. If you're not able to spend the money on gear, and you're not necessarily able to spend money to get like Sister to S-Class, this is the way to go.
Absolutely. And let me ask you, Yoda, just I know, like, driving home an extra point. Let's say that King and Sister Wolf didn't exist in the game. What other two walkers would you put in their place?
Well, like I said earlier, Medusa. Now she doesn't have the full 50 level gear anymore because I was impatient. Didn't want to wait for the token thing to where you could move leadership to another S class. I just said screw it and I ate her. But you definitely run Annihilator Ray. She's a beast. If King didn't exist, if it also have to kind of consist with like certain, like Reinhardt or Orochi didn't exist either. Medusa. She hits hard. Her sonar triggers a lot and ups her crit to where Full Metal Jacket increases damage. So she's just a hard hitter.
Absolutely. And the reason I say that is because, like, I just want to give that pure perspective of, just honestly speaking, when you think about like if you're not a Walker main, the chances of you having Elf in your lineup is slim to none. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you're
Yeah.
not a Walker main, you're not touching Elf. And even if you're a Walker main, you're still probably not touching Elf because you're not endgame yet. So that's
I'd have to.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, my other choice, if King didn't or Sister didn't exist, would have been Pictor.
Absolutely. Great choice.
Pictor is. I've seen people get just wrecked
With wings.
by Pictor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's solid. I was kind of disappointed with Full Metal. The only thing that good came out of him was being able to put his skill on somebody else.
Yeah. And let me get your take on this one also. I've been dabbling around with Full Metal versus Canes. Do you think he could be the answer to Canes? Like if you were trying to get rid of a Reinhardt who had Canes on, you know what I mean? Would you?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, actually, I believe. No. So, the only way to get rid of Canes is if you magically have Cassiopeia trigger in the first six rounds,
Mhm.
or who is it? Not who. There we go. Tina. Or if you have Tina, and for whatever reason you have an abundance of super immunity, super immunity is essentially Cassiopeia. Okay? These are the only two options in order to get rid of Canes before the 6 turn cycle.
You're saying
And you have
before the
better-
6 turn cycle? Doesn't Kane start in the beginning of the match?
Yes, but it only lasts for the first cycle.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. But so definitely, I would. I've actually run tests. I don't know if people will even consider my test because I'm at the earlier part in the game, but I'm testing on a more even playing field because I know the research on the between the two combatants are equal, which is not always the case when people run research and want to say that things don't work. They're most likely sometimes testing it against people who have way better research, and doesn't matter if they're running something that's viable or not. But from what I've ran, tier suppression, full metal with what's it called? I think I've ran it both with damage and a tank set. And some instances I did see a little bit better results with the damage set, with full metal and damage tier suppression. And if you're running against a Reinhardt stuck in a Cassidon with tier 2, but we all know the story of that. They're eventually going to throw in the tier 12. But I'm just saying, for the majority, if he has Canes and he's beating up your Sister Wolf, Full Metal definitely does exist. He is a walker. If you're a walker main and you really needed to solve that little scenario, I do think he's an option.
Well, they've definitely made him more accessible. In the past, when he first came out, if you didn't get him when he first came out, he just did not populate again.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Exactly.
And the problem with Full Metal is more or less his first skill, Ethereal Strike, to where it's at 30%. Or it's at 30%. It says 33 on my screen because I have the Apocalypse Hall right now active. But if that was at least at 40%, I would say he would be more of a contender.
Mm-hmm.
Because having something to where you're attacking like an infantry commander for infantry awakening,
mm-hmm.
and it's going to hit no matter what, it's just that 30%, that 10% difference between 30 and 40, it's such a big deal in this game. And that's what makes him difficult to really put my faith in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just kind of look at it as I explained this before. Tell me what you guys take on it, both Midnight and Yoda. I look at this game as kind of like a Rubik's Cube, and in the sense that in order to get it to turn, you just have to know what's the anti to whatever they have stuck inside of a capital or stuck inside their garrison. And when it comes to Reinhardt, once you turn off his reflect, then you pretty much turn off everything that he really does. And at that point, once you have tier suppression to eat up all the, the tier 2 damage down to 0, how does he win the match? Because even with a guaranteed hit, he's doing 0 damage. You know what I mean? So, where do you feel that where I miscalculate in that scenario, for example?
Who versus who? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying Full Metal versus Reinhardt. If Reinhardt was in the capital, he's running tier 2. Let's say he has 1.8 million leadership, right? You have maybe a Full Metal with tier 12. Let's say you have 50 per slot, right? You throw on tier suppression. You throw on high trigger rate. You throw on lucky nodding on the headpiece. You throw on, let's say, skill trigger rate pants, right? Lucky nodding and skill rate fire spear pants, right?
I would say if you ran him like you would a king.
Yeah, essentially. Okay. Yeah.
With tier 11 infantry and Wings of Eternity, then yeah, he's going to be perfect for Reinhardt. We just don't see anybody main him because everyone's so focused on the new ones. But I feel like he would be definitely an answer to Reinhardt if you use them that way. Just because that trigger rate and the amount of effect it has at that point versus at level 60 versus level 30. No, he definitely, I think, would be a contender to a Reinhardt.
Yeah, if and in that scenario that I was giving was that in the instance that, let's say that you have a good Sister Wolf, right? Your Sister Wolf is kicking Ryan Butt's heart, and then you run into this Reinhardt that has Canes. Now you're like, damn, he shifted the meta just that ever so. So now my Sister Wolf is having a little bit more trouble with his Reinhardt because he has Canes. He's turning off my 4th skill. In that instance, I think having a backup Full Metal is actually going to cover that version of Reinhardt. Just until your Sister Wolf comes back into the picture where she's able to beat Reinhardt with cans. That was my 2 cents, because I want to make sure that the main topic of this month is walkers, and you guys will see, and you guys should know that I'm literally a infantry airship main. That's what I've mained this entire time. But Yoda the Wise will tell you guys when we have to put on our hats to describe a commander or a different class that we don't play, we have to study that class as if we played it every day. Hence why a lot of you guys have heard me talking about walkers a lot. So that's what's going on with that. Midnight, I felt you haven't said anything much. Jump in there, brother.
I was looking into power of walkers. But,
this guy. Okay. But Yoda, what do you feel awesome? Yoda, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Midnight. I didn't get cut off there.
Can someone explain what power of walkers does? Because apparently a lot of people think it does different things.
Power of walkers. Let's go take a look.
Yeah,
It's the talent.
That's on you, Yoda. You know that for sure.
I thought people were saying that it bypassed Canes as well.
Oh yes. I do remember that. Yes.
Yes, it does. But here's the misconception, and something I had to try to make as clear as I could to my guildmates as we kind of discussed this. These talent plugins only work for the troop that you assign them to. It does not stretch to any other troop type that you may have running in that battle.
So you'd need 5 slots of that troop and then 1 T12 or of a different troop.
No. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the question was there, actually, to be honest. But are you talking like if you're using a non-walker commander, or?
No. Like we were saying, Full Metal. Full Metal, 5 slots of T12 Blue Hunk, and then 1 slot of Void Skater. He would only be on the blue.
Yeah. If you had if you had Blue Hunk and then half, or if you only had 2 slots and one was Blue Hunk and one was Void Stalker, but the Power Walkers was on Blue Hunk, Blowhunk is the only one that's going to trigger that skill.
Okay, got it.
And real quick, I just want to kind of get this out the way because I feel like it's like the floating topic of matter that we didn't just crush. Yo, real quick, go to your 5 commanders.
Come on, game. Here you go.
Yeah. All right. On this screen, starting middle being the number 1 spot. To the left of middle where King is, that's number 2. To where Sister Wolf is number 3. Where Soul General Graves is number 4. And Orochi is 5. Give me your top 5 walkers.
Okay. So right now,
Like, just slot them in. I'm sorry if you have your gear saved, right? You wouldn't like have to read.
you're making me do something.
Yeah. Because I just want your 2 cents on that. Like, what's I want to have a definitive picture from your end. Like, yeah, you got
sure
those
I have these saved.
Yeah, because I know the feeling, dog. You're like, God damn it, it's not the same.
I think this is the one that I have to worry about here. Orders you. There it is. That would have been fun.
You don't name them?
No, he's just making sure they're
Nah.
saved because he doesn't know if he like updated it recently. I know how it is.
Well, it's because, I switch between this and my phone and a tablet. It's like you never know which one you saved what on.
Oh, facts. But remember, the middle slot is number 1. To the left of the middle, where King was, that's number 2. Where Sister Wolf was, to the right of middle, is 3rd. And where Soul General Reaver was, all the way to the left, that would be number 4. And all the way to the right is the 5th slot. Give me your top 5 Walker commanders. Like, in that order. Like, these are like, if I was only a Walker main and I had to preach the gospel to all other Walkers, this is the top 5 that I would put.
So, I would put in there.
And Midnight, if you can get yours ready too, I want to have you throw yours up on screen. Oh wait, my bad. I keep forgetting that you recently jumped back in. You had took a quick break.
You gonna see Galileo, you gonna see Naked, you gonna see Rock, and you gonna see Kid, because that's the only songs I have. And I'm definitely not putting Mary on the main screen.
Oh my god. Even at the point he is in the game, he's still not putting Mary on that list. Shit is hilarious. Oh man.
I have 4 walkers, and she don't make the cut of them.
Yeah.
Okay. This is how I'd rank them.
Pretty much. Yo, why you gonna act like Pictor is really gonna take King's spot though?
Because okay. The reason why I didn't pick King, because nobody uses King as a Walker commander. King is a infantry commander in my eyes.
Facts.
So,
Yeah.
if I had to put King in this, then it would slide Hancock and Pictor down and kind of push off of this list.
Gotcha.
And he'd be where in the number 3 slot there. But I feel like I make a fair argument. King is not a Walker commander in my eyes anymore. Very, very rarely do you see somebody running just pure T12 walkers on him. It's always T12 or T11 infantry. So when it comes to like true walkers, then yeah, this would
Yeah,
this would
I
be
agree
my
with
list.
that. When he puts it that way, ladies and gentlemen, he's absolutely right. Pictor, you will see running all walkers with like, the higher end tier walkers and really be about that life. King, he walks the walk, but he don't talk that talk. He talking that infantry talk. He talking Wings of Eternity if he's saying anything.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So,
Well, dude, That was the only thing that made King relevant again.
Yeah.
Was the fourth plugin skill.
Because they nerfed the overdrive. Had they kept the overdrive, he would have still been pretty broken. You remember? Overdrive used to work with King. They nerfed it.
I never ran him that way. I never saw anybody run it that way. So
Yeah,
I'm ignorant to that one.
Yeah, that was way, way, way back. I remember watching it. I studied that stuff off of Meltstream because when I, went to go build a Walker account, I was like, oh, I'm gonna run overdrive, and it was like, nah, they nerfed that. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I will give it to Yoda. That is
even Doomboat agrees with me about King.
Yeah, I saw it in the chat. Absolutely. And all right, and so do me the due diligence here and give me the 6 through 10. So what's your outside of this right here? Who would follow up?
Oh man, now you're stretching me.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry. I just really want to give the people what they want. You know what I mean? And I do feel that your tier list is 110% accurate. Pictor deserves that spot a lot more than King because he walks it all. He walks there and talks it.
I would have to put, just because honestly because of our discussion today, Full Metal there. I still feel like Hoodoo could make a comeback if built correctly. Surprisingly, I'm gonna put Tina on this because she's a sleeper, and I've used her in the past, but because I wasn't a Walker main, it didn't make sense to use her.
There's some bias,
but
I'm gonna call it right now, people. There's some bias right now with that Tina, but I'm gonna let it rock. We're gonna let it rock.
Well, the reason for it is because of Kane's and how her second skill here has the best chance of getting rid of it right away. I feel like I'm gonna throw Chief in there just because I feel like he's been forgotten about, but at the same time, not a lot of people use Walker. I mean, Walker hasn't really been developed in a way to be a one-slot buster the way that Airship has or Infantry. They've really been developed in this game to be the meta of full marching.
Absolutely.
But I have to set it up that way.
Damn, you ain't even gonna put Rock on there, bro. You ain't gonna put Rock.
I would run Medusa over Rock any day with his fourth skill.
With Annihilator Ray on Medusa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I would. And the only reason why is because I did it for so long.
No.
And I know it could be effective.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I learned from you, Yoda. You know what I'm saying? So if you're throwing down some knowledge, I'm here and listen. I'm receptive. Midnight. What do you feel about the tier list?
Yeah, I was actually typing one out to send to you.
Okay.
To make it easier, you could read it off and maybe he could throw it up on stream.
I'll definitely agree. And yeah, I agree with this list. Chief, I definitely did. What about Nick Wang? Did you ever hear about Nick Wang? You know what I mean? You ever hear about Nick Wang? I heard about Nick Wang every now and then and how, right there. He's basically Dragon Slayer with one slot and it goes towards the highest slot. So if you were to pop a Ranger, you would kill whatever the highest, the most powerful slot instead of killing, and you don't feel like...
I forgot about Nick. Oh, Nikki.
Yeah! Nikki. What do you feel?
You know what? I feel... So, let me put it this way. For the meta, that's now, I'd have to replace Hoodoo with him.
That was so hard for you to put it over Tina. That's hilarious.
No. Because of the meta, Tina... I'm telling you, Tina is a sleeper in this. I'm just not a Walker commander to make anything of it. I mean, her first skill. The problem with Tina is her first skill trigger rate.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you combine Skin of Iron, and if it triggers enough, and super immunity, I mean, she just becomes a super defensive commander. And if you were to stick a auto hit on her of some sort, boom. In fact, you could probably even throw like a Dallas force field plug on there and have all of her skills, build up to be a strong punch.
Yeah, I'm gonna read off of what Doombolt's saying right now. He says Stella with dual blades is another option for Reinhardt. Doombolt also says Yoda, yes, King is a tier 11 infantry comm. Noah de Dios says meow. I think she said that also in the comment one time. And then we got Doombolt again with the rock with sonar is better than Medusa with AR in his honest opinion. And then he says, sorry to be so engaged, I'm a little drunk. No, you should be. You should be drunk and you should be engaged. That's how we like our audience.
It's a fair opinion. I mean, you can't go wrong either way when it comes to Medusa or Rock, as long as they have each other's skill in the plug.
Mm-hmm. And I'm about to throw up this.
I don't know. Hold up. I just like Medusa.
Hold up. I'm about to throw up this hella biased tier list. Okay, this next tier list,
look, man,
comes from Midnight, and it's hella biased. Go ahead, defend it. Defend it, Midnight.
Interesting.
Is it up on stream? All right, hold on.
I threw it on stream, and I'll read it. So Midnight says, number 1 on the Walker tier list from his and this is Midnight's new account. He's just starting up a new account. But he says Elf number 1 because Elf is bae, Elf is queen.
Let me explain though.
Yes,
I am when I was Walker, I was a T10 Walker. So this is based off my experience of playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Galileo is just because he's the first comm I got on this. And I had to fill a spot.
Yeah. And Dios Dos says that now Dios Dos talks English. Elf for me and Sister Wolf. Yeah. Guys, we love Elf. There's not a soul in this chat that don't love Elf. You know what I'm saying? I have an account dedicated just for Elf. I'm going to make her work regardless. But in my heart's heart, I know there's some other viable options. But yes, Midnight, go ahead down that tier list. Go ahead and give us the second slot, third. Give us the full breakdown.
All right, so Elf at 1. I mean, you've seen what I've done with Elf and T10.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sister Wolf. I mean, she's a great comm domain. Counters a lot of people for some reason. I feel like she's overrated though.
It's her quick draw that ignores HP and damage reduction that makes her relevant.
I really liked Satalia, and that's why she's at slot 3.
See, that's interesting to me, and
yes.
I feel like you need to defend that one.
Yeah, and let me ask you: have you ran what have you ran Satalia with? Because I heard, I'm not gonna say too much, but I heard that there's somebody in the game that uses something with Awakening to increase their attack, and that Satalia may have been a counter to that because she just absorbs it all. But I ran the test on it with wings. I ran the test on it with a few things to see if that's what Satalia essentially is. Does she just like absorb your attack and become like an offensive steal your attack commander, you know? Or I mean a defensive steal your attack commander. But what was your take on it? Why did you rate Satalia 3rd? What do you feel that's not her untapped potential?
I feel a lot of people overlooked her, but when I ran her, reminder, this was a year, like right when she came out. I ran her for the first 3 months, and I did some great replays running her.
Mm-hmm.
All around, I don't know how to explain it.
Midnight, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's going on, brother?
She's just. I had 30,000 leadership, and I'd put her in a capital, and she would pay out against commanders with 4 or 5 times her leadership, based just from her skills of being able to regen and her second skill, the Soul Absorb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why she's at 3 for me. She's just useful if you know how to play her.
Yeah. Who did you run her with? I'm gonna throw her on the stream so people can see it. But yeah, who'd you run her with? Like with a 4th skill. Who'd you run her with?
Hold on, let me get the 4th skill. I believe I ran her with the, where's it at? I was running T10 infantry. I believe I ran her with the twin to trigger the 1st skill.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
You want to know my biggest problem with Satalia is?
What's your problem with her, Yoda?
She's a fucking maid, and she's scary.
A scary maid. Nah, I think she's cool because
she's got a vacuum.
Yes, there is a vacuum, but she sucks up your attack power and beats you over the head with it, so it's relevant. You know what I mean? As silly as
I feel
it
like
is.
the right build nowadays, and she could be top 5 on anyone's list, like someone they're going into battle with.
But like, what do you think is her best build? Is she built tanky? Is she built balanced build with like maybe one Titan or like one Wild Rose and like a defense build, HP? What do you feel exactly is the build?
Do you want my honest how I built her?
Yeah, hold up, Yoda. Your video with you dropped your new video already?
Yeah, I told you to drop today at 3:00 or Pacific Standard Time.
Oh my God, I didn't. Let me throw that up on stream. Yo, guys, show love to Yoda's channel. He just dropped a new video. I'm gonna put it on the stream. I didn't even get a chance to see it yet. I was looking forward to it. There it is. I'm throwing it up on the stream so people can see that. Definitely stop by Yoda's channel. Check out that episode right here.
I appreciate it, Doom. Thank you.
No, always, man. This is one community, man. Regardless of what guild, what planet, this is one community. Guys, check out that. And if you're not already subscribed, Yoda the Wise, man. This is where I learned the game of Ark of War. So I definitely know you can learn more than a thing or two. You know what I'm saying from that channel. If that's where I learned the game from.
And this one is short and sweet. I think it was only about 5 minutes in actual like content for her because she's really easy to explain. So it's not like a 11-minute explanation as you have to really dive into what she does. Like, she's very simple. It's very cut and dry. I'll let you watch the video though.
Yeah, look at that intro. Yo, good intro, by the way. I'm gonna play that on stream. Guys, look at this sick ass intro this man. Beast.
What is up, guys? Yo,
definitely go ahead and show Yoda that love. Like, subscribe. I already put my like on it. I'm definitely gonna be watching that as soon as we're done with this. But yeah, really quick videos. You put it up for, what is it, 6 minutes and 56 seconds? Really quick video.
Yeah, minus about a minute and a half of intro, outro.
Right?
That's why I said the actual video itself was only about 5 minutes. But yeah, midnight. I'm gonna be honest. I completely just overlooked her. So I don't know nothing about this bitch.
Yeah, right. I like how he puts. I don't know nothing about this bitch.
I would say like
I'm curious how you built
plasma build. Attack and HP. T2 plasma build.
So it was a mixed build, right?
Yeah, it was Dev Helm, dual Titans. I believe I ran. I don't remember Shadow or Ambition. Yeah.
All right, absolutely. So moving down the list, we have Hoodoo next. Why do you feel that Hoodoo is over Zadalis, Hancock? Go ahead and give us kind of the thought process behind your list.
Hoodoo?
Mm-hmm.
I really like his Death Rattle and his what was the other one called? Chamber? I mean, Death Rattle was the first Walker attack to allow us to hit the back row, and it really helped out in some circumstances.
Spoken like a true walker. He appreciates that functionality so much so that he would put that. I respect that.
So
I mean,
Hoodoo,
how many
like I
walkers
said,
can
could
hit the back
become-
row?
Well, that's the other thing, though. Hoodoo could become relevant again if you went straight damage. Like, if you ran that like a Dragon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless you destroy... The only downfall is that if you destroyed a slot from... Like, say you have 100 troops that you're attacking, but you dwindle it down to, like, 7, and then you finally destroy it, Death Rattle is only going to be the amount of that 7 death. That was his only downfall. So you have to build him in such a way that, like, you either annihilate him in an equal amount of 50-50 in 2 hits, or in 1 shot. Just so we're clear on that one.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was next.
So this is Hoodoo, just for anyone who's wondering. Who is Hoodoo? This is Hoodoo here, throwing up his skill, Chain Blast, Death Rattle, just going through it here. And next on the list, he had Rock. He had Rock on his list, so we're throwing up Rock right now on the stream. This is the first skin, this is the second skin. Throwing the skills
I
up right
like
there.
Rock.
You have Rock in 5th place. Going back to the tier list.
Yes.
Boom. Rock in 5th place. Why do you have Rock over Zadalis?
It's like at all expensive, or at least when I tried to get him, he was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they changed how much it costs to get him.
Yeah, I can agree with making a list in the sensibility of, are you going to even be able to get him to S class and make him relevant?
Right.
So I get that.
But I mean, I put Rock there because, I mean, you can run him with T1 using sonar, and he's great. I was running him with T10 Walker. You could run him with T11 infantry and use him for an attack and his annihilator ray. He runs rings, and he's great early game, and he's great mid to late game if you run him with the right gear and stuff.
Absolutely. What would you say the transition gear is? I know the really nice thing about Rock is you could run him with, Gift of Valkyrie, what's it called, Eternal Knights. You can run it with the accuracy pants that give HP, accuracy and defense, but most likely you're better off with the... once you go sonar, it's a different build. Matter of fact, we should throw it on the stream. I'll throw it on the stream right now.
You should definitely have Death Star.
Yeah, if you're going accuracy, if it depends on what's your 4th skill. If you go sonar, you're definitely gonna go ahead and take off, accuracy gear, and you're just gonna put a bunch of damage reduction, and you're just gonna, I'll throw right there. We go on stream. Yeah, this is an up-to-date one. Notice here, the high-end stuff. If you don't go sonar, is the accuracy penetration. Right here we have. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, I can't really zoom in, but yeah, it's the accuracy gear here with the penetration, and then we have once again accuracy gear here, and the new chest. We also have a pen accuracy set here with the tangling, the 2 Aldebarans, and we have skill trigger pants. But these are the different variations essentially, and if you were to look at my account currently in the game, I'm basically rocking this variation, and this is also what Yoda's talking about here with the Death Star. And Yoda, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I threw up the builds from the one of the servers, the Natsu server.
I can't see it yet on your stream.
So oh, okay.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
But yeah, it should be there.
I had a chip on my mouth.
Not a problem, brother. But yeah, it's in the Natsu's channel, and Natsu's a person I've been trying to get on here. I don't know why some people in the community are really hesitant towards me. They're really shy. They just they don't want to associate themselves. I don't know what it is, but I'm really here for the community, and I'm actually doing things behind the scenes to increase the proficiency of the marketing that I'm doing to getting new players, eyes on this game, and I'm bringing the community together every week just to show people like what type of people are in this community that we are welcoming. So I just hope everybody would just open up a little bit to my invites. When I come and I'm really trying to get you on the stream, it's really just to promote the community and just bring everybody together.
Do you want my T10 rock build?
What's your T10 rock build?
It was ruthless through the penetration and trigger rate, running dual alcade for penetration, accuracy, and attack.
All right,
I'm
gonna try to formulate it right now. You said ruthless, which I love ruthless. I have down the stream right now, guys. That's ruthless right here. Really great item. The item gives 5% penetration, total strength and weaken effect 40%, and the kicker is here, the skill trigger rate 3%. It's very rare that you're going to get skill trigger rate and penetration on a headpiece, on the major headpieces. Let's take a quick look. Tangling, this is what Tangling has, and then here, this is what the Lucky Nodding has, and those are some very dominant headpieces. And let's take a look at the other items he said he had on his build. So he said he had the Ruthless Top, he had 2 Tanglings, two Alcades. That's 4% penetration. Mm-hmm. That's 4% penetration, 40% attack, and 30% accuracy. So you had 2 of these. And what was the pants? The skill trigger rate?
Fire Spirit.
Fire Spirit. That's what he said he was rocking, ladies and gentlemen. What were you putting on the chest piece?
The Ambition.
Ambition. Here we go. Oh yes, Ambition right there. So that was essentially what he was rocking, ladies and gentlemen.
That was with T10 rock using wings.
Prepare yourselves, ladies.
T10 with wings, right?
Yep.
Infantry, right?
Walker.
Oh, Walker, my fault. T10. That's this bad boy right here. That's what he was rocking, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a dual class, as you can see. And Yoda, I believe you were saying something? My bad.
It depends on...
Yeah.
It's okay. It depends on... are you going for the slot busting to try to just get points, or are you trying to survive while doing damage? And these type, rock, bullet, any of these type of early game kind of comms, when you're trying to do the higher tier survival, I mean, you gotta
prepare yourselves, ladies.
But when it comes to normal,
what do you want today?
like if you're on the lower on the first end of this, where it's the slotting, I definitely on the cheaper end be, where are they? So yeah, I'd be running dual Eternal Knights for that accuracy.
Hold up, you have it on your you're showing it on the game?
I'm looking at the same one that you're looking at right now.
Oh, okay, cool. What would you run?
So I'd have, for the weapons, would be dual Eternal Knights.
Dual Eternal Knights. Let's see, Eternal Knights. Okay, boom. That's the HP accuracy, right?
Correct, and more for the accuracy, not the HP, because like I said, it's troop based, not gear based.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we want to hit our target, and then definitely a Death Star, or it depending. Well, the Death Star has become more available, or the Red Pupil, but that Death Star adds more accuracy. The only problem is it does take crit and attack away. So I guess I'd probably go more. Yeah.
I showed both of them on stream, so they know what they're getting. So it's one of those two.
And one of those two.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the chest piece wouldn't really matter in this build. So even if you just went cheap with the Invincible, I mean, the chest piece is cannon fodder at this point. And fire pants. that would be my slotting lineup
Is
there.
this for T10 or T2 or 1?
Like if you were doing T1, like lower level tiers, or even
Yeah.
if you were running a high tier slot 1, like this is how I would build him, because that you want the accuracy, and this is basically an accuracy skill trigger build.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get that. The reason I didn't run as much accuracy like that with T10 is because with advanced troop stuff, advanced research, it adds a lot of accuracy. At a point, you have so much, and you don't need that much.
That's if you're on the level of, I'm talking like early game, even like mid game, or if you're just opening up tier 10, for example. Like say like that's as high as you've gotten in terms of your research. Like that's how I would utilize rock, in that manner. It'd be a 1 slotter. Now if you're up there in the new tier 12 through tier 15, then that changes things. I'd be going more or less probably either a penetration build, just to hit hard, or I would go on more of the Aldebaran as the weapons for pen and HP. Like I build it like an Orochi almost, to where it'd be Aldebaran. I'd probably use the Megrez for that resistance weakening and HP and total resistance.
Which one is this? The regular red?
What do you want today?
The blue ones, right?
It's the purple one.
Oh, the purple one.
It's right next to Aldebaran.
Got you. The Megrez?
Mm-hmm. If I could get my hands on a Sunraven Saturn, that would be the one. Probably. And then when it came to I'd probably use Regulus as for sure. Beetlejuice is going to be the easiest one to acquire. Regulus, and then I'd say if I had the money and will to do it, Nanto would be the winner for him, because it has accuracy, damage reduction, and crit with her.
And Nanto is which one?
It's all the way at the bottom.
Nanto.
It's one of the newer ones.
Nanobox? No. Let's see.
No, all the way down.
Nanto. Oh, okay. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
The new pants. The damage reduction 6%, 40% accuracy, and 30% crit with it.
I mean, hell, if I had the money to go spend on a Broken Fortress, I'd probably throw a Broken
No,
Fortress.
Doomboat. There's Doomboat. There's no tier 15. Chill. There's no tier 15. Chill.
I call it, so like the ethereals, for example, and airship, the red ones, I call those tier 15. I mean, let's just be honest here. We're way past this. Tier 12 bullshit. Or at the very least, tier 13. So like Void Stalker to the yellow one, which I don't remember what the yellow one's called. And that's like your tier 12
Phantom.
Phantom. Tier 12.1 through 0.3, and then the Dreamwalker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Time
Regenerator.
Walker.
Yeah. Time Walker.
Yeah, Time Walker to the newest one. That's going to be your tier 13.1 through 0.3.
And Yoda, you would be so surprised when you rewatch the stream how much I kept up with you. Everything you're describing, I don't know if you noticed, I'm running to it in the game just to make sure I paint that picture for the viewers.
I'm watching.
Oh, okay, so you know.
It's just delayed from when we're talking versus when it's populating up there. That's why I paused for a moment to kind of
Doomboat cleared up. He said, "Understood, Yoda. Cheers." So you know. And cheers. And shout outs to everybody who pulled up. I really do love when the community comes together. Like I said, I'm trying to get different people on here. There's different pockets of the community that's really fragmented, and I don't want anybody to feel that that they can't come on here with their community. I said it and I'll say it again. I've contacted a bunch of people in the community, over at least 30 people in the last week or two, and I'm offering everybody the same deal. If you want to jump on this podcast, I'll give you invites only, so that way you're in your element with your community. And all you have to do is just hit me up and let me know who you're going to jump on here with, and I will give you that spotlight. I always believe in when it comes to debates, or at least when you have a group of people talking, that you believe in the laws of Robert. So the laws of Robert something, I forget the book, but essentially, you break it up, you give everybody their chance to speak, and it always leads to a good conversation, or should I say a podcast.
So, if you want to put my screen, I just started sharing it. I have a perfect example of Cassiopeia and versus Canes, as well as Mary.
Yes, I'm glad that we can do this.
And her counterattack, not doing jack shit.
So it doesn't work versus.
No, it's just more or less the slot gets destroyed. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it's the main point.
Damn, how the hell? My bad. No, I get you though. It's just like Hubarian. The same reason why Hubarian failed is the same reason why she's gonna fail.
Kakarot is king.
Where is?
I agree with that guy.
Yo, can you message me real quick though? Kakarot is king. Can you message me in this chat so I could find it? I got lost.
Find what?
Give me a second. We're inside of this. Okay, there we go. That took a second. Jesus Christ. Hold up.
Yeah, it's a little different in a server going to videos that people are streaming versus in that chat that we were in.
I found it. It was just getting you on the big screen here.
Gotcha.
And now we're going to close the participants. There we go. We got you on the big screen again. Thank you, bro. Here we go. Run that.
So let's see if I can blow this down. There we go. All right, so he throws canes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Cassiopeia. Boom. No more canes. But I missed. And I don't think, or what did I put here? I put Blessing on as her plug-in skill too.
Yeah. Destroy.
So I built her the way that you suggested. So now counter attack went off, but the problem is
she died.
Dragon Slayer's
you
gonna
have
destroy it, and
you have hella crit with her, right?
Yes, I have crit with her on, but the gear that she's wearing isn't the best either.
Because
ironically enough,
Mm-hmm.
This was more to show the Cassiopeia. Now, ironically enough, and this is where I hoped, and maybe I can get CC to hit it a couple more times, because he's got the Broken Fortress on there. But unfortunately, she didn't trigger her skills because of Canes, and Cassiopeia didn't trigger like it did in the other one. But the odd part here is, I was more expecting CC's to be more destructive than Haas's, and she survived there. But there's the Blessing. Blessing.
Oh, and the slot doesn't freaking survive, so we can't see the counter.
Mm-hmm. So
hey,
here we go.
But but what type of, you know how hilarious it is that you can't just get him to send half of that just so you can properly test?
I can't. If I talk to him, it's just,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
Right now,
because at the end of the day, it's like, why are we watching dude with 50 gear and with like the most ridiculous numbers slotted, instead of we're just trying to test a skill? Bro, like, we're just trying to test a skill.
Well, you know what's interesting about that battle?
Huh?
His shockwave triggered before your counterattack.
Well, not necessarily, because remember, Mary also has a weapon that basically increases the chances of the counter move even triggering.
Yeah.
Didn't you trigger it on that slot though?
Here's the thing though. So he did 0 damage because he missed the actual slot.
Yeah.
And because he missed the slot, there's nothing to rebound.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Fabarian. It's but at the same time, can we get him just send half of that March, please. We was just trying to test the skill. like Jesus Christ, man.
Can never find what you're looking for when you're looking for. Oh,
It's
there it is.
that one right there.
That ugly look. See, even her weapon is just as ugly as she is.
Yeah.
So each cast of counterattack increases her skill
Proc by 20% in its stats.
Yeah.
So we know that could reach 100%.
It could, but the problem is survivability.
Yeah. But here's the problem with survivability for walkers since forever. The main problem with that replay, outside of the fact that he sent all that nonsense, was the fact that if you're a walker main, you know crit wither is a must. It's non-negotiable. And that gear that you had did not have crit wither. So even if you had 600% awakening crit wither, I can tell you that the Dragon Slayer had 800% crit chance. So it's like if you really wear the crit wither gear, like 2 Aldebarans or the ambition with the Beetlejuice.
And that's the saddest part here is to where it's like this is the best gear that I have when it comes to a walker.
No, but that's not really walker gear. Walker people will tell you that. I'm not tripping. Dude, walker is very big on crit wither, brother. Crit wither is a big deal. And you were running dodge.
Oh, I was running the wrong thing. I meant to have it there.
And then you need, I'm telling you, crit wither is a really big deal. So I would, and it's not even to fret. Yoda, you're not a freaking walker man, dude. That's just you testing shit out. It's like it's jiggy. It's like don't even fret on that. Just know that I've ran my replays, but here's the problem with my replays. I don't have 100% damage reduction in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my issue with my replays.
Yeah. So I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like I don't have, and I thought I had it. That's weird. I thought I had.
Trust me.
That's a slot for.
Crit wither is a real big deal. Midnight. Am I not correct on that statement about crit wither being a big deal for walkers?
Oh yeah.
It's a very big deal because every time that Dragon Slayer hit and I see that skull, I already know the build is wrong. I don't even got to see the gear. I already know the build is wrong. You need crit wither all through the pants, chest, and 2 Aldebarans and some. I wouldn't go. Put it like this: the devs have even made it to where there's even a headpiece that is crit wither plus penetration. Like they've even gone that far to show like how much walkers need that crit wither. So I'm just thinking a better replay would have been with more crit wither and then awaken crit wither, so that the Dragon Slayer would be hitting for half as much damage, and then you have damage reduction on the headpiece and the pants. That's going to take it down like another 70%. So half of the attack because no crits, and then 70% damage reduction. I think she'll live. But what do we got here?
I was just curious since Team Arson was running a EO sim, and as you see here, there's the difference between EO and Dragon Slayer. Like Dragon Slayer pretty much wiped out for the most part, and she's
struggling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got power of walker or power of airships on, for sure. But here's the other thing too. Like Mary is missing. She's not triggering. It's just.
Yeah, we need to see a replay. Do you think it's possible that somebody with 100% damage reduction can swing at you real quick, and just to see if the counter actually kills it?
Let's see.
Even if they put like one troop per slot, like all we're trying to see is if you have 100% damage reduction, either with Broken Fortress or literally just 100% damage reduction with the the Aegis, 3-piece Cassiopeia, Lucky Nodding, Fearless, whatever, Beetlejuice, whatever they're rocking. Yo, this nigga Doomboat, he's like, I'm an airship comm, I'm maining Axe. show witness. Yes, please. Por favor.
So Arson, I know he has Broken Fortress, so hopefully
He can send that. And if I promise you, bro, if that thing actually counters it, then once again, I think Mary is a little bit more useful than Elf. Just a little bit. A little bit. And when you run it, can you run it with Blessing?
yeah, she's got Blessing on it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
I just wish you had crit with her, bro. If you had crit with her, that would be... the chest piece is good. Yeah, no, that piece is good, but it's just like the pants and the... Yeah, Aldebarans are kind of hard to get, right? Let's not scoff at that.
Here, sorry, I got Seth. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was running Hercules on her too.
Oh, that's cool that they done that to the new gyms.
Oh, that you can see the name on them.
Yeah.
They're a little undistinguishable.
I'm not allowed access to those gyms yet, so I didn't know they done that.
Yeah. That's
Yo,
like-
J.D. Dos Jr. says, Yoda, can you show me your commander gears? This guy. He's shown enough already. He's shown enough.
I don't care. We're all gonna. I mean, you guys seen my stuff enough. So while I'm waiting on Arson to respond to me here.
Yo, by the way, I'm kissing. Like, you ever watch Italian people talk about good food? They go like, mwah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now with that Dragon Slayer. Just, mwah, nigga. Just, Dragon Slayer is beautiful, nigga.
So I have my moment. So I have it set up to where I have the resistance weakening effect to add on to awakening at times. So I have it set up for both between trigger rate and resistance. But ideally, this first slot here, this is how you want to set him up or her up for nano. If I had the Celia one, I'd use those. Celia, is that what they're called? You don't pay attention to certain gears because you can't get them at the moment, so I forget what they're called. These ones. Celia, yeah. And the reason for it, because it adds crit damage on top of attack, on top of penetrations, where that's more necessary than accuracy for Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer being an auto hit with crushing blow, I really don't need to have the accuracy. This one would smack even harder if I had the crit damage added onto there.
And let me poke at one. Can I poke at something real quick? Because we're doing the same math right now, bro. You're telling me that nobody, like, has anybody even, like, Golem with the best offense, penetration gear, he ain't even on the map?
Skill triggers.
Is that what
Golem, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about Golem.
Yeah, no. It's just he's a secret.
kinda-
He's like my sweetheart for air. You know, like
I used to run Golem before Dragon Slayer became a thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I ran Golem, and even then, I went back from Golem to Vega because Vega hit harder if set up correctly because of his ignorance to defense buffs. So Golem is he's a heavy hitter, but at the end of the day, if I had to choose between him and Vega, I would run Vega.
and that's even with Golem with the best offense.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Golem's a 2040 trigger.
This is
yeah,
true.
that 20% there is just I'm telling you, anything under 40% makes the comm really, really hard.
But yeah, back to what you were saying with
Yeah.
Dragon Slayer.
So if I had Farmalhot, I would only use it when I know I was going against Broken Fortress, because the difference between Tanlang and Farmalhot is a lot when it comes to penetration. You're losing them at least 10% in pen when you use Farmalhot. and that makes it a little difficult in getting that back. In terms of you having to put, like right now I have, oh shoot, why is somebody calling me?
Yo, I think this dude is trying to jump into the call. Wait, what's going on?
I think it's Ray Sale.
What the hell? They need to PM me, bro. What's going on?
I don't think he realizes it's in here.
Yeah, my bad.
So if you can't get Tingling, obviously Devil's Touch is the good way to go. The only problem is it takes away the 80% crit, or at level 30 at least. The other part of it is you're only using Devil's Touch for the fact of the penetration, because most people are never going to run DS as a living or a com that's going to survive necessarily. The only reason why you're going to survive is because you destroy everything before it hits you. This right here is typically my walker go-to for whichever walker that I'm maining. So right now it's Sister Wolf, and between that and the obvious SWE build is what I'm pretty much running when it comes to walker. This right here is probably for what I have available, the best way to build Soul Reaver General. Have to have the Sickle of Death, otherwise he just doesn't have the full potential of what he can do. He is a pocket commander. I love him in the fact of like he's only 30,000 leads, and I can clear somebody if it triggers right. And right here, I mean, I put the Devil's Touch on there for penetration. It's not for survivability. As you can tell, this is a glass cannon kind of build. If I had another Tanling, I'd probably put that here in its place, just for the penetration. So that way, hopefully, when you do hit, you're doing some damage while potentially doing direct damage to the commander's arc. But for him, accuracy is everything. So if I didn't have Red Pupil anymore, if I still had Red Pupil, I'd probably have that on here. And even a Death Star would probably be better here, which I actually do have Death Star, and if it wasn't for, oops, I don't want to name it. If it wasn't for the penetration that built on here, because I still want him to be kind of active in the sense of damage control, I'd probably put that there. And that's where the Alcades are going to also, an Alcade would be perfect for him if I had an extra one to put on there because of the accuracy. Because one of his skills is actually based on, or it buffs with accuracy. Again, for
Yoda, I hate to cut you off, but Raphael's trying to join, but he ain't got the permissions.
He can join now.
All right, thank you.
Oh, did I actually finally get in?
Yes.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, sorry I'm late, man. I was actually doing 80s music, like karaoke. I'm like trying to like push off like weird shit in my life, just having fun doing dumb shit. But anyway, I'm sorry I'm late. So what's up?
So going back to it, again, what I have available, this is how I run Orochi. It's, you want to run Orochi, or even this is how I would have ran Reinhardt if I
so hold on.
Reinhardt.
So you got, all right. So I need to watch the stream. So I need to pick up YouTube on the other phone, right?
All right, cool. Yeah,
I want to watch the stream. So
yo, my dude,
give me a second.
Yeah. As you're getting everything situated and getting on board with us, bro, you gotta kind of move at our pace, man. My man Yoda was talking. I don't think it was right that you was cutting him off like that. Move at our pace real quick.
Hold on.
Move at our pace.
All right, which one is it? Is it you, Reggie, or is it Yoda that I'm watching? Because I have both of y'all on YouTube.
Reggie's streaming on his YouTube.
All right. One second. All right, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that everybody gets their chance, and it's just I know when it looks rude that somebody stepped on somebody else's toes, and that's the environment that we're trying to keep right now. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep a paced environment where people can talk, and get in there line that. So, Yoda, once again, you was breaking on the gift of Valkyrie, the two Titans, the armor of the Tyrant, and the Beetlejuice.
You want to build Orochi, Reinhardt, even if you are trying to make Elf a thing for you. This is a good way to build her in an attack way. To where you still have the survivability. If you're not able to put the Eternal Knights on there, or if you definitely can't get to the Aldebaran at this time, this is a good way to build her too. Titans are pretty much universal, whether you're being an attack build or just you're just trying to put some bite into the build that you're putting on there. Even with Elf, the shields are good too, because she needs the HP. And even then, if I had the shields higher, I'd probably even swap them out for the Titans, just because of level wise. These are what I used to run before I had the Alkalates. So,
for the stream, would you ever click on those numbers to show them what those numbers look like? No, the little eye. Yeah.
Right here.
Bomb. So they could see those numbers. Yeah, I knew that attack was up there, bro. I knew that attack was up there. You're just missing. Okay, no, that's perfect. I was thinking usually when you have a full attack set, you're like at 800, but that's because you don't have a devastation helm. You have a Valkyrie on, and that's where the HP comes in. And that's clean. There you go.
With the one is a little higher with the attack, but these are
So
low levels.
I'm just chiming in. Can all y'all fill me in on what y'all are talking about right now, so I know that I'm not speaking out of line?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Yoda. Go ahead.
Right now, Doombo. I think it was Doombo. He asked to see what gear I had. I think he was just.
Oh yeah. Somebody in the chat.
And they keep disappearing. I can't see.
And we were trying to get to see if that I know Razael, you said you run Mary. Has your Mary been able to go ahead and get damage on somebody with Broken Fortress before?
I'm telling you right now, Mary definitely has not been able to do that, even with the best gear in the world, because I'm facing CHN and fucking Cassitan. So we face Wind, we face CHN, so it's not as easy as you think. It can be expensive to try it. You wanna benefit me on sending me some money to try it? I mean, I'll be more than welcome to try it.
No, you wouldn't be able to try it just as I wouldn't be able to try it, because the problem is you need to try it against somebody either with a Broken Fortress or that has 100% damage reduction.
If you look at her skills, nothing has changed on the.
All right, Yoda,
skill
what do we got there?
dynamic.
Yoda, what do we got there?
Sorry, Isaiah, we were waiting for this replay to happen, so let's see what happens here.
Yeah. Yoda folded up. All right, so here we go.
Nothing. I'm waiting to see. I
Counter
want to
move.
see.
Wait. We got counter move. All right, he has Broken Fortress. Here we go.
Oh, hold on. I gotta see this. Something was so strange. But they're using
There you go.
T11.
He hit him.
They're using
Hold on.
T11.
Well, the problem is
It's because you
They
need
used her to.
Huh? What do you
You
think?
got Christmas coming back too. What?
well, here's the other thing that I just kind of thought of.
You're gonna rape that guy.
Hold on, Rise Bell. It was not the point of winning or losing. The point was for skills and skills to trigger and for us to see how they're working.
I mean, I feel you.
Alright.
But I mean,
Do me a favor though, mute the YouTube video that you're streaming on your other phone, or turn the volume down on your other phone so it's not echoing.
I did.
through.
I did.
Okay, there we go. So the whole point was to see how her counter move is going to work. But I had a thought. All right, let's say it makes no fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because in order for counter attack to trigger, she has to be attacked, and it has
Right.
to.
There it goes.
So even if it's in the first round, they lose their Broken Fortress buff because it did an initiation of action.
I get you.
I
Still,
don't see I don't see Mary being the utility commander against Broken Fortress. I really don't.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is what I was
So
saying.
just to catch them up real quick, we were going over their announcement of counterattack and Counter Striker 3 or whatever that we equated to counter.
Nothing's been updated.
Yeah, no, it's an old update. It's an old update. It was like in October where they announced that stuff bypassed Broken Fortress.
If you read the skill, it does not change the skill. It's still not different.
Guy, did you not know that I pulled up the literal freaking Facebook post where they made the update change? What are you talking about?
It should show that on the skill. Technically, that's the developer's fault if it doesn't show it on the skill. But technically, I'm reading the skill the way it is, and technically, Mary is not going to do as good as she should.
Well, regardless, what I was saying was that does it beat Broken Fortress? That's what we were more focused on. You don't know. There's somebody out there that's like, you know.
Even in general with anybody, like I don't see any difference in the way Mary is, because I used Mary in Kazakhstan, and that was actually pretty good. Actually, she's almost like a little mini Yuri. But if you got the right build on her, like you can throw some random gear on her, and she can
do you have another
actually
replay? Do you have another replay we could look at? I'm more interested in actually seeing the functionality than having this conversation.
I will do some replays here. You want to put me on live chat? I will literally put my Mary with my best gear and go start hitting tiles.
Because because he initiated a move.
Yeah, he's no longer invincible. But it's the fact that I do get that part, Yoda. But you gotta understand, she's still getting a hit, which otherwise she would have no hit.
I mean, if anything, it's ignoring damage reduction as a whole, in theory.
Well, there's a way you can test this. Reinhardt's Thorns doesn't state that it counters it. So if
I'm gonna send Mary into a Reinhardt in Cast 10 right now. If I can find one, there should be an open person right there close to where I'm at. Give me a second.
See, but
you want to try that?
Hold on.
In the sense, though,
I have y'all on video. And then I have the live stream on the other phone. I'm gonna have to take the live stream off. I'm actually gonna legit go into my phone on this other phone. If you want to watch, how can y'all watch me actually?
Yo, I had to kick him real quick, dude. I'm not the only one, bro. This guy really be coming through and just throwing off the energy, bro. I'm sorry, I had to kick him real quick. Raziel, dog, I've been told you plenty of times, bro. Don't be coming in here throwing off the energy, homie. Anyway, moving forward.
So,
yeah.
The way I look at it is that the update is just, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't.
Yeah, but she still gets a hit, though. She gets her lick.
Yeah.
You know, if you had
if anything, like that counter move is it's ignoring this from the Nanto.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all it's really ignoring.
Would you say that's not a win, though? Look at what Mary is losing and look at what the guy lost.
Well, I'm also using T12 against a T11 Walker.
Oh, okay, okay. But you get what I'm trying to say? I think that she is something you can send against Broken Fortress.
It's not the same as how Iron Craig or Czar ignore it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or Wolf. No, Sister Wolf. Yeah.
But look at the damage though. Who is the damage not efficient though? It's decent damage. She doesn't even that's also the T13. We'll put it that way versus no. But check me out.
So.
The build that you have on her is not actually necessarily the best build either, because what you would really want is the Aldebarans. So you would get penetration plus HP, and you would get the crit with her.
True.
So she would be hitting also harder on the reflect. And that's where the real conversation is. And that's why, like, I'm telling you, man, I think Mary's just like this secret joke that we're not paying attention to. That people want to tell me that my vote was bogus, but what if it's legitimate? We're seeing that, yeah, okay, it's not before the opponent attacks, but the fact is, if you throw Mary against somebody with Broken Fortress, she is going to kill troops. That first round. Guaranteed she's going to kill troops.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think that there's always potential in these commanders. I mean, you could go back to, so, true story.
Yeah.
About this commander here, since I'm drawing a blank on names. Rocket. Rocket used to be a thorn in people's side with her energy armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they nerfed it and dropped it down to a 20% trigger rate.
Mm-hmm.
And she became irrelevant. I mean, look how shitty this is. Both of her skills are 20% trigger rate.
Yeah.
What is Roger's trigger for his thorns?
You mean Reinhardt?
Or Reinhardt.
Reinhardt is like 40%. I main airship. It's 40%.
You just passed it, Yoda.
I'm blind right now.
Yeah, to the right, to the right. Above Hubarian. To the right. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It's going to be 40%.
Yeah, it's 40%.
I main airship. Airship and infantry. I just talk about walkers because that's the flavor of the month.
Yeah. And even then, like, I was talking like the whole 30% versus 40%, but for whatever reason, I feel like his Constellation Blessing or whatever, Bless, triggers more than that. So it does become... That's why he's such a annoying commander to go against. But I feel like if... I'll tell you what, when it comes around again, and if it's not stupid to get it, I will get the Queen Scepter and we'll have to run.
Yeah. And you know what I'll say? Yoda, you know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say? Don't you think that I went out of my way to try to have it to run the test? Why don't I have it?
Do you have it?
No, I don't. I tried to have it. Just know that. That's the stuff that, if you ever hear me complaining about, anything, it's so that I can run tests and not to, like, beg the community to have it. But yes, I should have already had broken, like, that item to test that for this particular video. Could have sworn I went on a strike. Anyway, moving forward.
You did go on a strike.
If you get Broken Fortress before me, I'm going to be very upset.
It wasn't for Broken Fortress. Get out of here, bro. It was for the stuff like small stuff that to test the mechanics of the game. Because to me, it's more Broken Fortress.
No, I think you would already have said that.
The Mary weapon, I'd be happy with.
I think he's more saying if you were to get it
skill instructions on the Mary weapon. I'd love to see it.
No, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, my position is a lot different than everybody else's position. When you're a content creator at the level that I'm at, and I'm not just talking about like, oh yeah, my video editing is really good. I actually do other stuff. Like, literally, I had a meeting this morning at 11 o'clock with, my bad. I had a meeting this morning with a managing campaign coach, a marketing campaign coach. So that way, so I can better make sure that my campaign of getting new players into Ark of War, that I can calculate it and that I can do it better. I paid money to have that meeting. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I do stuff that you guys have no idea that I do. And I even shared some stuff with Yoda. There's like 8 websites that anytime I make a video, I also post on those 8 websites. It goes way deeper than what I'm trying to do for the community. So when you're doing it from my perspective, like, I'm damn near working for 7P. You know what I mean? And if I need certain things to make a video, I don't care who has what in the game. I should have it to create the damn video. Simple as that. I should have it to create the video.
There was a point in time where Melt went like for 2 months trying to get them to sponsor him, and they wouldn't.
Yeah,
they wouldn't at all.
Yeah,
no, they would. They wouldn't at all. What they did is shortly after he started those kind of talks, they went and created their own YouTube channel.
Cool.
Yep.
I would have went to
That
League of
was
Legends.
the
But
end-
I'm gonna
that was
wait.
the end
I'm
of
gonna keep it 100 with you guys.
technical
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you
thing.
guys. I had told them in the beginning, yo, I'm either gonna do a channel on Ark of War or League of Legends, and they were like, no, we like the work that you do. Keep doing it.
You know this whole contest thing that they got going on?
Yeah.
Everybody that's gonna win is the people that are on the Chinese side.
No,
Unfortunately.
dude, what are you talking about? You didn't even look at last month. Who won last month?
Something Wolf.
Thank you. So what are you talking about, bro? Did you even look? You're saying
No,
stuff, but you didn't even look. You're talking about Chinese people gonna win, bro. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that I know that. Go ahead, yo.
I didn't know somebody else won last month. Okay, so I will take that back. Don't jump in quick and make me look like an asshole. But
No,
I
dude,
was
you're talking out of
uninformed. I was
place.
uninformed.
Raziel, you
I was
talk out of place,
uninformed.
bro. You really
Okay.
talk out of place. Everybody in the chat knows it. I'm just trying to bring you. Go back and listen to the stream, bro. You really talk out of place, bro. And it's just, it gets irritating that you kill the mood.
Well,
Sorry, I was uninformed. Don't make me feel like an asshole. I mean, I'm
all right.
so weird. So
I want to bring this around here. So
Yeah.
to just so you understand, Isaiah, it's based on length being at least or greater than 2 minutes without the intro outro. Has to have some form of content in regards to information or just talking about the game. It has to be about the game in your video.
okay, I got you.
Then the main factors here that I feel like are supposed to be the driving force based on how they wrote this is how many views
Yep.
it's gotten on YouTube
Absolutely.
and how many likes combined.
Yep.
So if you have 100 views and 100 likes, it gives you a total of 200, and that's what necessarily gives it's a popularity in terms of, you know, an open source. So
Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so I was uneducated on how that actually works. So I'm sorry if I jumped in and said something stupid, but I'm glad you're able to help me out, Yoda. Thank you. You said what you need to say when it came to that, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I put it on stream for everybody. If you wanted to see what those contest rules are and what we're talking about right now, this is the breakdown here. You can see that basically Sabin Dietroff, if I'm pronouncing that right, we are going to have him on this channel at some point. I know he's busy. He's doing some overtime right now. Brother, if you're watching, we appreciate your presence. I know you couldn't make it tonight because you had that OT. But you will be here, especially for the airship episode. I know he's an airship man. But yeah, this is the breakdown of the tournament, and this is what we're talking about here.
So, and I thought about you, Reggie, because you're the one that showed me this. I got an email from them yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I submitted 2 videos.
Mm-hmm.
And in their email, let me read it to you.
It's gonna be juicy. Go ahead, brother.
It's short and sweet, but I'm just like, what? So they go, oh, hi, Captain. Thanks for your support of the game. We received your submission, but the video is from last year. The videos you submitted in February will be counted in this month. More details can be found at this link, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you just go and make this ambiguous claim or statement that the video I submitted was from last year, and then jump off a deep end back into like what we're really here for. Like, what does that mean?
Is it close to another video that was the same topic?
No, it was the way I read that was they're like, oh, this is like a really old
They're
video.
trying to screw you, pretty much. They're trying to screw you
Yeah,
out.
like, are you disqualifying me because the video's from like June of last year, which is only 7 months ago?
Alright, so hey, let me explain something to you. So I'm in a Chinese guild, right? And I'm in TNB. And let me explain something to you. Everybody thinks that TNB gets like all these extra perks and shit like that. We do not get no extra perks. I'm on the same server with them. I deal with the same people with them. We do not. Like, literally, this game is like completely, as you said, just by what you were saying. They said that you send your request, and then we're going to respond to it, and we're going to respond to the best way that we think for our abilities, and that's fuck you, pretty much. So that's pretty much what we got going over to here too. So I just want people to know that, like, I'm over here. I don't have no luxury, so they don't have no luxury. I have guys over here in this guild that don't even know how to do a dealer. So that's the weird thing. I came over here, I thought everybody knew how to do it. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know how to tell them. I was like, oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm actually kind of skeptical about what I want to have to do around here.
But to kind of go off of what you're saying, Rizal, I know there's people that are from China in our guild, and I've actually gotten in the past for them to screenshot to send me how much it costs them in yuan, their currency. It's actually a little more expensive for them.
Sometimes it can be. It depends on the person you deal with.
Like if you're comparing like our if you're comparing our $99.99 pack to them, they're $99.99. They're paying $6 to $7 more than we are. There are for Europe, they're paying about I think $4 more, and in Australia, they're paying about $4 to $5 more than we are.
You're absolutely right, brother. I'm glad you said that.
Okay, that myth has been going on for a while. I felt that they were paying less than us. I heard something about
that was a big conspiracy in the game because it always seemed like the Chinese people somehow had everything or was able to get everything easy and were the first ones to get to whatever. But at the end of the day, they just have deep pockets. Right? And got their hand in.
They got deep pockets.
They just got deep pockets, and they capitalized on whatever market that they're in because most of them are businessmen in some fashion. I know there was somebody from one of the Russian guilds of an older, and he's becoming irrelevant, but he owned an iron mill where they were
prepare yourself,
processing iron.
Ladies.
Dude was loaded. Didn't give a shit. Oh, $2,000. That's like pocket money.
Alright, so we can just put Eldad in that equation right there where he just says, hey, look, I just want to spend on this, I'm going to get it. He can spend like all of 2.5 seconds to figure out whether or not he wants to actually buy it. And he's going to buy it anyways just to have it. There's some people in this game like that, but on other people, like, I just wanted other people to understand, like, I've been in the Chinese guild for over almost a year now, and we don't get the same luxury that other people do, so I wanted to go ahead and just, like, say, look, that whole fucking, that BS of, like, everybody gets it cheaper over here, it's not true. It really is not true.
So you want to put the conspiracy to rest?
Yeah.
Yes, because they look at me, they're like, you're a really busy guy. And I'm like, yes, I am. They're like, you're rich. I'm like, no, I'm not. They don't even want me, like, they want me to keep doing what I'm doing, but they don't want me to keep doing what I'm doing because they think I'm, like, spending a shit ton of money, and I'm not. But it's weird because, like, they really do not want to spend like that. Like, if you really get into a Chinese guild, like, at least for the one for me, I can vouch for TNB. There's definitely some high spenders here, and they're not here right now, but there's still some other high spenders here. But I will say this. We are not different than what I have to do as an American because I am American. I'm in the guild. I mean, there's no difference in what I have to do between what they have to do. So. And that's all proved in the WeChat, too. So, I mean, that's all me.
Right,
so
cool.
Anybody that thinks that Chinese people get it for free, they do not. They just have to fight. And they like people that fight like me. So, just saying in general, like, yeah, that whole fucking feel is just bogus.
All right, here, but check me out. Raziel, throw up your game, throw up your Ark, and I want you to do the top 5 walkers in your book, and then I want your breakdown.
Alright, so I have to. Alright, so don't laugh at me because I actually have to rebuild fucking T2 airships and T1 airships. So, and I actually had a couple fights. I actually been using Sister War for more. And some of these other guys with 50 gear and 45 gear, I've decided to test them with my regulars pants, and it's worked out way in my favor. So, anyway, so how do you want me to do this?
Throw it up on the stream.
How do I do that? It says watch stream. It says watch stream.
All right.
I don't think you can share your phone.
Yeah, he's done it before. He's done it before.
I'm gonna pull up the game right now.
Yoda, close yours real quick, Yoda. And yo, I appreciate you, Yoda, for showing your
Why is
your
it
art,
still
bro.
loud?
Like, I really do appreciate that.
Not a problem. Go back to answering this person's question.
Alright,
Yo, Midnight, you still there, brother?
Can you see that screen, brother?
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. I just didn't hear you speak in a while. I want to make sure that you're still in rotation.
Why is it-
Yo, I want to give a shout outs to War Wrath Black Tiger. It says Galileo's good, but requires rock still in certain fights, especially Hancock done right. He can burst the front line. It may only take level 30, but it can be a problem in a GC where you need to grind. He's also saying, but right now I'm going to try Monk. It's finding that skill that fits him other than Steam Cannon. I just can't get full metal. I'm a ether short. And then he says the pay been a myth since the beginning of the even 6+ years ago. Folks complained about pricing, and he goes, LOL, that conspiracy will never die. So, another Ark of War player who's been through it, you know what I'm saying, who knows what we talking about.
I have to sign on to my main right now because I'm dealing with CHN and Win right now, so none of y'all are going through that.
And real quick, Raziel, did you figure out how to throw it up on the screen yet, brother?
I just loaded the game.
Alright, cool.
What do you want me to do?
In the Discord chat, at the bottom where there's multiple buttons, you want to click on the one that says screen share.
Alright, so Discord at the bottom of this chat.
Yeah, like you should see our faces, and then below that you should see buttons like circles.
Screen share. Alright, we are live. Alright, is that what you're talking about? Where it says we are live, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's all of us talking, but you're going down at the bottom. Promote yourself. Is that it?
There should be an option that says screen share. You've done it before, Pimpin'. You've definitely done it before.
It's been a while, dude. I'm sorry. I've been busy with work, so I forgot.
Man.
Click on the live chat. The chat we're in. It should pull up all four of us.
Give me a second. There we go. That's all four of us. I'm going to click on myself. Move to, disconnect, blah, blah. It doesn't give me any options.
You're on phone?
I'm in the live view that we are. I mean, I'll give you just the inside of what CHN's got going on as long as y'all can see it, but
You might have to swipe up while looking at all the faces, and it'll say share your screen.
alright, let's see. Brother, we've done this before. I don't know how we've done it before.
Yeah,
I'm giving the stream what they want. They want that PvE action. I'm hitting shit.
Shit, where you at? Hitting PvE. I want to see that.
Oh my god. Stream, I'm giving it to what you want. Yo, did you figure it out, Raziel? You good?
No, I haven't actually. I'm sorry, bro. Help me out. I mean,
Raziel,
I don't forgot.
Look in the live chat, the text chat. I sent the screenshot.
Alright, so live chat.
You swipe up and you'll see share your screen.
Do you see me looking in the live chat right now?
Yes. Do you not see the image?
The one from show non-video participants. Is that it?
So you click on We Are Live.
Yeah.
At the bottom, you'll see those 4 icons with disconnect, mute, volume, and a video camera. You swipe up. Well, this is from an iPhone, to be honest with you, but this is, you swipe up, and you should see the option for share your screen. Unfortunately, I don't know if it looks the same on an Android phone.
It is not at all.
What do you see when you? What do you see?
What are we looking at? What am I supposed to be looking at? Like, as soon as I get into the chat, like, should I click on We Are Live? I'm holding down on myself and seeing if I can actually do that. I wish they would actually give us that option.
All right.
Can
somebody give me their screen? Somebody just show me their screen, and then that way I can take off my screen, and then I can guide him through the app myself.
Right.
Because he's operating through the phone, and if I can get on my phone, I'll be able to show him how to do it. You follow me?
I've been so busy with work, dude. I forgot.
It's cool. All right. So, let me see if I can. Oh, hold up. Matter of fact, all right, I got it. I'm just gonna take my phone off there.
All right, so it gives me the option to edit profile.
All right, check me out. I'm logging into it now. So if you are on Discord, right, you gotta go to Yoda's channel, right? You're on Yoda's channel?
Oh, a second. I'll make sure I'm at Yoda's channel.
Mm-hmm. On the left side, you want to click on, so you open up all the servers, and then click on the one that's Yoda's. It's a all black background with the green Yoda.
Wait, do what?
All right. You know how all the servers are on the left inside of Discord?
Yes.
All right. Make sure you click on Yoda's channel.
Well, we're already in Yoda's channel. We're
okay,
live.
good. So, good. So you clicked on the We Are Live, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. Check this out. I want you to go. Yeah. At the bottom of the screen, you see that line? I want you to drag that line upwards.
I see you at the bottom of the screen.
No. Okay. Then go back to where you can see everybody in the chat. You should be able to see everybody's little face or the little
non-partisan participants or deafen, invite, noise suppressant, voice settings.
Look, check me out. When you go to Yoda's server, right? Do you see all of our names? It says We Are Live. Do you see all of our names?
So where you saw deafen,
click where it says We Are Live. Click where it says We Are Live. It's gonna make it big, where the background's black. Do you see that yet? It says Watch Stream.
That was already here.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
There's a line at the bottom of the screen. Drag it up.
I'm doing that. What's share the screen. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh,
Reggie has solved it yet again. You're
welcome.
You're welcome, nigga.
Alright, so I'm sharing my screen.
The host with the most, ladies and gentlemen. The host with the most.
Alright, so I did get some funny kills today on my little guy. What did I get recently? Not much. I got 40 T12 from him.
Okay, there we go. We got it on the big screen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your patience and your cooperation, everybody, for the live stream tutorial on how to get your game to display inside of Discord. You know, I work with what I'm doing.
I'm a dummy. My bad. I can't seem to get these fucking guys using these 3,000, almost 4,000 T11, man. I'm waiting to get them. I will get them eventually. I will.
Alright, is everybody seeing it? Yoda, you seeing this? Midnight, you seeing this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Just give it a second on the stream, I make it bigger. It's gonna pop in a second. But yeah, Raziel, whenever you're ready, bro, go ahead and hit some of those replays. Show the people what's really popping with that. Shut up, replay.
Oh, fuck, let's see.
Oh, wait. My bad. Before we jump into the replays, give me your top 5. That's what we're here for. Go to the commander screen.
I haven't even been doing that great yet.
No. Go to your 5 commanders. Go to your 5 commanders.
Who I'm using?
No. You're totally missing it. Okay, listen. Just listen to me real quick.
What do you mean?
Listen.
You said 5 commanders.
No. So, Elf is number 1. Sister Wolf is number 2. Mary is number 3. No. Go back out. And Reinhardt is number 4. And Hancock is number 5. Give me your top 5 walkers in this game.
So you're looking at who I'm going to actually use for who I'm actually going to be doing in Castleton?
No. So if you could have any
I'm
commander,
using this right here. I'm sorry.
No, Raziel, what he's saying is if you were to list from who you think is the number 1 Walker commander to the least strongest Walker commander, he's
Sister Wolf
asking for your top
1.
5.
Sister Wolf number 1. Hancock, I did number 3. Elf is probably not really in there. If I have King. King is...
King's an infantry commander.
Yo, Raziel, can you do me a quick favor?
King's somewhere in there.
Raziel, do me a quick favor.
King should be number 2. What's up?
Go click on the commanders. Click on the tab where it open up all the commanders.
Yeah?
Yes, perfect. Click on this character. Click on Kid. Click on Kid and put him in a slot. Just put him in any slot.
Fuck that. Kid sucks.
No, can you do me a favor? I want you to look. Do you have your gear saved?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, save your gear if you don't have it saved.
It changes whenever you go through Castleton, so I haven't changed all my setups yet.
Okay, but real quick, I just want you to use the slots so that people watching can have a clear representation of what you think of the top 5 walkers. I think you owe the viewers that. Could you just clearly, coherently put 5 commanders on the screen?
Kid. Why do I already have Kid? I didn't choose Kid.
Okay, but I'm saying just place them in the slots. Place them in the slots, bro. It's not that hard to do.
Alright. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to get off. You guys have a good rest of your night.
My bad, yo.
Alright,
sorry about that, yo. Have a good one.
You guys have a good one. No worries.
I'm hopping off too. I'll see you guys.
Alright, man.
You said activate Kid, right?
Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, we're just going to end the stream on that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time and your patience. Sorry things turned out kind of the way they were, but we'll do better in the future. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen.